So as you're going through, you got to like solve puzzles by collecting. Like you can possess enemies to solve puzzles to find all the moons, and these levels are like super exploration based because there's also purple coins that you want to collect.
Yep.
And the reason you want to collect all the purple coins is you can go to the shop to buy items.
Yep.
Like you can buy decorations for your spaceship. You can buy new clothes for Mario. You can change Mario's clothes. Like you can play Sombrero Mario is the best. Sombrero. Is peak how to. You can play the game with a sombrero. Like it's the greatest thing ever. But so at one point throughout the first stage, you find a fucking T-Rex. Not a Yoshi, a straight up T-Rex.
Yeah, it's just a T-Rex.
It's like it clashes with the entire world.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of one of the things that I really like about Odyssey is just how
Odyssey has a lot of moments that clash. Like it is
but it works so well. There's a whole level where nothing seems like a Mario.
We'll get there in a minute because I want to talk about that. But the clash immediately. And at first I'm like, there's a fucking T-Rex running around. What do I do?
Yeah.
So then I in instinct I threw Cappy at it.
Yeah.
And then you possess it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I am the T-Rex.
But the best part is if you scroll the camera around.
Yep.
Cappy's little hat is on the T-Rex and he has a mustache.
Yeah.
It is great. I'm like, what? I'm like, Nintendo finally lost it. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. On this episode, me and Alex are going to be taking a look at Mario games, particularly the 3D variety, and mostly the newer ones. Now, it's not really going to be a retrospective this time around. We're more just going to kind of be talking about some of the more recent entries and just kind of some of our thoughts and kind of praises that we've had. It's kind of going to be all over the place, no real direction on this one. But you know what? That's kind of what we are at this point. So anyways, guys, thanks once again for joining us as we discuss the games that shaped us. It's Mario time. So, how you been?
I have been okay. This week, it hasn't been that bad, but it really hasn't been that bad. It kind of felt long, and I'm just really tired. How has your week been?
Okay. So
oh boy.
I can sum my week up with one word.
What?
Suck.
Oh, no.
Oh. So, as we've stated before, I'm a machinist.
Yes.
And I started this week with one of my machines. It just decided it didn't want to work anymore.
Oh, no.
And it just
died?
For the life, I can't get it to run.
Wow.
I've tried everything. I've redressed the wheels, I've reset up all of my setups, I've tried...
You've done all the troubleshooting that you can.
I'm out of ideas at this point.
Yeah.
So,
how old is the machine?
What?
How old is the machine?
I mean, they're all pretty old. I mean, this one's probably mid-2000s.
Yeah. Could just be that its time has ended.
No, I wouldn't say that, because we have machines in there from the 60s that are still running, so...
Oh, true. But I guess it also depends on, the maintenance and upkeep of the machine, does it run, all the time?
All of the machines run all the time.
Yeah, well, that happens.
It might be the materials just garbage.
Oh, yeah. Could be that, too.
Crap steel cuts like crap, so...
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, so my week's been... I literally got nothing done this week.
Oh. Well, it's not your fault, though.
No, but it looks bad on my statistics in the system, so...
Yeah, but...
Yay.
Well, they shouldn't punish you over a machine.
I'm not going to get fired, so I'm not worried. But
okay, that's good. Well, you want to hear my laundry story? It will make you laugh.
Okay.
So, I went to do laundry today because I basically, had to do laundry. If you get... Well, no, it was I had put it off for a couple of weeks. and I needed to do my laundry. I just hadn't. I just didn't want to, okay? But today I was like, I need to do laundry or I won't have any underwear. And that's basically what it came down to. I have to do laundry. So okay. I go to do my laundry. I put it in the washer. It's sunny out. It's clear skies. It's totally fine. I put it in the dryer. Totally fine. Everything's good. I go to pick it up from the dryer. I'm walking, I'm like, the sky's a little gray. That's a little weird. But it's still really sunny out, so I'm like, it's fine. So I walk to my laundry, which isn't located in my building. It's in a building across from me, and I have to go there. So I just put all my laundry in my bags, and I walked to the door, and I'm like, what the hell? It's downpouring. It's downpouring. Yep. With my brand new dry laundry.
Just giving it a second wash.
So then I literally have to run with my giant bags, pouring rain. I have no raincoat. I am soaked. Back to my apartment, and I was pissed. It did not say it was going to rain today.
Oh, it's okay. As I was driving home from work today, there's not a cloud in the sky. Sunny as can be.
Yep. Starts
raining. I'm like, where's it coming from?
Yeah. Like it was so. It was so sunny. Like it didn't say it was gonna rain today either.
No.
So.
Well, I looked up in the sky and there wasn't a cloud. I'm like, where is it coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
But at least you weren't doing laundry.
No, I was just driving because I did. Oh yeah, here's another thing that happened today.
Yep.
So I'm getting gas at the pump.
Yep.
I pull in. There's somebody. So the gas station I went to is one of those ones where it's like there's one row and then you can park on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 per side, but the way it's laid up is like you can only use 2 of the pumps on each side because cars are too long.
Yeah.
So someone's in the one at the front, and I just happen to pull in on the one side. Mm-hmm. So I just pull in behind them and start filling up my tank. The person in front of me leaves. So now I'm kind of awkwardly in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
Which is inconvenient to everyone else, but it's like, well, what am I going to do? I had no choice.
Yeah.
Some guy with a freaking boat pulls up, and his truck had the tank on the side where he needed to be where I was.
Oh, no.
So he pulls up, and then he just starts honking the horn at me, and I'm like, dude. So, of course, after that, I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this as long as possible.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of like, kind of just squeezing the handle, just like gas like every few seconds. Just like, yep, I'm taking my time. Like, and he's just getting pissed and more pissed, and I'm just like, fuck off, I don't care.
Yeah. If you didn't beep the horn at me, I probably would have been done by now, but you had to be a jerk.
Oh yeah, I would have been done like a couple minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And then I hit the thing and get my receipt, and then I'm over there calculating my receipt on my phone, just like, okay, how much money did I spend? Mm-hmm. Over here, I get in, I gotta change my music, everything, and I'm like, yeah. And then I eventually pulled out and left. I'm like,
I hope that when you pulled out, you went. Like,
no, because I was worried he was just gonna straight up run me over at that point.
Oh my god.
Also, the other thing was the way he pulled in, because of how the street is, he was blocking my only exit, so I'm like, well, this is a predicament, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had just enough space. I was like, really? And you know what the worst part is? If he went in the first entrance, if he had just pulled around and gone in the second entrance, he could have used the pumps on the other side, which were empty.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He was just lazy. I was like, wow.
Well, you ran into a Kevin. Kevin with a boat.
It was something. I'm like, yeah, honking the horn's really going to make me go faster, but if anything, that's going to just make me go slower.
Yeah.
Out of spite.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of, I was like, I don't know how I saw this, but, like, I was on TikTok, and it linked, with, like, things like that, it, like, shows you random videos on TikTok. So I was going through, and it came up, like, I guess I've liked Karen videos in the past, so it popped up.
As you do.
But it was, like, this Paralympic athlete, like, and she's, like, an Olympic swimmer, And she basically, like, she was born with she was born with, like, she only had, like, up to her knees of her legs. And she, like, drives, she parks in the handicap spots because obviously, like, she's, like, she doesn't, and she's, like, it killed me, like, how many times she gets yelled at, like, for parking in that spot. Because people don't believe she's handicapped. And I'm just like why can't people just, like, mind their own fucking business?
Don't they have, like, paperwork, though, to, like, prove it at this point?
Yeah, also, like, I'm sorry, but, like, she has a plaque in her car. Like, if she has the plaque...
if someone gives you crap for that, you should immediately just pull out the plaque and be like, go away.
Or you just take off your leg at that point and go...
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, hit him with it.
I just, like... I can't believe, like, honestly, like, people just need to, like, mind their own fucking business, like, seriously.
Yeah, we know. People kind of suck these days. It's how it is.
I'm just, like, how could you, like, I don't even know, like, I'm sorry, like, I'll see people, like, maybe park in the handicap spot, and, like, I don't know, they may not look handicapped, but obviously if they have that plaque, obviously
if the plaque's in the window,
they have a reason to be, they have a reason to be there, like, if it's Karen with their two snot-nosed brats, like, just parking there because she doesn't want to walk far, then, like, yeah, like, you should say something. But if it's, like, someone who actually deserves to park there, like, just PSA, mind your own business. Just mind your own business, and your life will be so much easier. Like, it just will be. So PSA, and don't bug people who park in handicap spots, because they're probably parked there for a reason. So leave them alone. But your story just reminded me that. I was just like, why can't people just, like, just stop? Yeah. Stop being a Karen, stop being a Kevin, and just move on with your life.
See, here's the thing, though. I'm convinced if I was driving my truck, it wouldn't have been they would have just...
Oh, I bet you it was because of the Mustang. I bet you.
Yeah, because I was in the Mustang. Whenever people see me in the Mustang, they just assume... They get, for some reason, people treat you differently when you drive a muscle car.
No, people do. Like, I mean, but
but then they don't understand the backstory of it's like, yeah, that was I just graduated high school and my first job, and I was stupid and bought a Mustang.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and it took me 6 years to pay for it. It wasn't like I was gifted the thing, but
yeah, no, people again. People just need to mind their own business. Yep. Just leave people alone, let them do their own thing, and all will be well.
Yeah. So, to lighten the mood, what are you drinking today?
Today, I am drinking a twist. I think I drank this the last time, but it's a Twisted Tea, hard iced tea, raspberry edition, because I still have the same box of them.
Okay. So, I'm drinking Sea Dog Hard Seltzer. Hard craft seltzer, 100 calories. Wild blueberry. Not really good.
Oh. Well,
in my opinion.
To lighten the mood even further, we have a new segment today. Which is called Show and Tell, even though this is the podcast.
No, it's not show and tell. It's how much more weeby can we get?
Yeah, a.k.a. Show and Tell figure edition.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so Alex is obsessed with anime figures now.
No, just the One Piece ones, and also JoJo's ones if I ever find one that I really like.
So the animes that you enjoy.
Yeah, basically the animes that I enjoy.
Yes.
Would you like to go first, sir? Well, since it's in honor of you getting your very first one.
Well, I don't consider this a figure. It's more of like a little display piece.
No,
it's
that's
not a full
figure.
Yeah, but it's not a full size. It's a little...
No, they make figures in all different sizes, Bill. It's still a figure.
See, the reason I'm not a fan of the figures is I find them kind of disturbing.
Well, that one's like a chibi. It's like a chibi figure. Yeah, it's still a figure.
I got this adorable little Yukiko Amagi from Persona 4, and she's like just adorable looking. Yeah. And it comes with her little Arcana card behind her.
Aww, that's fun.
But it's Yukiko. It's Best Girl. So.
Yeah.
See, I saw the life-size realistic ones, and those kind of creeped me out. So, but
you mean this is.
Yeah, that's a dude though. The dude ones don't bother me. It's the girl ones because they like sexify them up, and that creeps me out a little.
Well, it also depends on the series because I have noticed that the One Piece ones for the girls are very sexualized. I did notice.
Well,
so
let's be fair though. The art style of One Piece is kind of.
Oh yeah,
you know.
no, yeah. They're very true to the art style, I guess you could say. But
That's kind of just his thing.
Yeah, but here my show and tell is it's red-haired Shanks from One Piece, and I believe it's from the Marineford arc, where he comes in for the last, 2 episodes of it. Because Shanks is one of the most beloved characters, but he's only appeared in, 10 episodes out of...
Well, that's usually how it goes. I mean, if he was in every episode, he wouldn't be beloved.
Oh, yeah. But he's also,
why,
Luffy's, reason he wants to become king of the pirates.
Yeah, but it's like the Inuyasha thing. The reason why everyone loves Sesshomaru is because he only appears every now and then.
Oh, yeah. But here he is.
It's not like he's in every... If he was in every episode, I doubt people would like him as much.
Yep. Well, here he is. He has a cool cape. It's actually very nice quality. This is one of the ones that came, I guess it was directly licensed by, Funimation and, in Toei Animation. All the ones that I've got have been licensed by Toei. But, yeah, it's a pretty nice figure. It's nice quality. It looks cool. I added it to my shelf. I got another one, too, but I'm only going to stick with one, because Bill only got one. But, well, I hope you enjoyed Show and Tell, even though this is a podcast and you can't see anything. Thanks.
Yeah, I got to once again continue my tirade of Yukiko is best girl. So.
Yep, I'm proud of you.
I stand by that. Persona 4.
Best girl.
Best girl.
Best girl.
Well, anyways, yeah, we have a topic for this episode, even though we're so... Yeah, we do.
I didn't know.
For this episode, we're actually... So we've talked about Sonic.
Yes.
We took a little break in between.
Yep.
Now we have to talk about Sonic's opposite. Yes. So we're gonna talk about Mario this time around.
Yeah.
Now, we're not gonna do a Mario retrospective just because
there's so much.
There's a lot to talk about there, and honestly, we could probably do 12 podcasts about Mario.
Oh yeah, and I feel like we could split a lot of them based off the series.
Yeah,
themselves.
I could there's 2D Mario, 3D Mario, RPG Mario, Party
Paper
Game Mario,
Party Game, yes.
Sports Mario, yeah.
Mario
DDR
and
Mario.
Sonic at the Olympics games. Woo.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yep.
But so for this episode, we're going to specifically be talking about the 3D era, because that is the era we grew up with.
Yes.
We played 2D Mario back in the day, because we had Game Boys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But 3D Mario was where the series was at the time.
Yeah.
Even though we were Sony children, so we didn't get to play any of them.
Oh yeah. But
initially.
We still heard about them.
Oh, we saw.
Yeah.
So, I guess we should go back to probably the beginnings of 3D Mario. And when I say 3D Mario, I mean main series, because there was spin-offs that did 3D-esque stuff, like Mario RPG.
Yep.
But the debut of 3D Mario was in 1996 on the Nintendo 64, and it was a launch title for the system, also known as Super Mario 64.
Yep.
To this day, still considered probably one of the greatest Mario games ever made, and one of the greatest games on the N64. It's highly debatable. I mean, I'm a PlayStation kid, great game. Don't have the nostalgia for it that others do.
Yep.
So, Mario 64 was famous for its one of the first big open world 3D games of that style.
Yep.
Kind of revolutionized the collectathon genre, which was huge during the N64 era, mm-hmm. and the early PlayStation 2 GameCube era.
Yep.
Where rather than doing linear point A to point B,
yep,
you had a bunch of open levels, and you'd have different goals, and you'd be collecting things, mostly in Mario's case, Power Stars.
Mm-hmm.
to get through the game, and you need to collect a certain amount to get through. And you'd face off with Bowser and different bosses occasionally. And it was kind of interesting because it really spawned a whole genre that kind of got way overboard as time went on, particularly with Rare, like with Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say Banjo-Kazooie.
Like, Banjo-Kazooie took it to an extreme, like, with the collecting, and then Donkey Kong 64, like, went overboard with the amount of collecting.
Yep.
And it's weird, because Collectathons then kind of, like, evolved into, like, other series, like, with the collecting aspect, and they got more action-based and more objective-based and story-based, and the collecting kind of went to the back. Mm-hmm. But Mario 64 was, like, a front-runner. And for years with Mario 64, fans have wanted a sequel, like a true sequel.
Yeah.
But Nintendo wouldn't really, from a fan perspective, wouldn't release a true to form sequel. I mean, the 64 eventually got a remake, in a sense, with Mario 64 DS, mm-hmm. which was a remake for the Nintendo DS that featured additional characters, improved graphics, and like added content. But it was held back by it was on the DS, so you only had a D-pad.
Oh, womp womp.
And I mean, it's playable, but the game was designed around like analog control.
Yeah.
Now, following Mario 64, there was always kind of like rumors about a Mario 64 2 on the N64. And, I mean, I don't know if it was ever really a thing. It was mostly kind of a theory. It was talked about. I mean, I don't think it ever was actually a thing. I think it was more just kind of like fan speculation.
Yeah.
But eventually the GameCube comes out, and that's the next mainline Nintendo system. Mm-hmm. And one of the first things they show off for it, because ironically there was no Mario game at launch.
No.
The earliest Mario-themed game, I believe, was Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. Mario was not a present for the launch. There was a tech demo, though, which is referred to nowadays as Mario 128.
Oh.
Because, the 128, quote-unquote 128-bit era, even though that's not actually a real thing. But
yeah, but...
So the tech demo was basically, it was like a flat surface with like 128 Marios running around.
Oh.
And they were kind of manipulated. It was just to show off the GameCube's like
the
technical
capabilities
and stuff. And for years people were asking, where's Mario 128? So eventually Nintendo reveals Mario Sunshine, which is the next mainline Mario game. But according to Nintendo, it was not Mario 128. That was still its own thing.
Huh.
And then it gets kind of weird from there on, but Mario Sunshine then was the GameCube Mario game.
Yep.
And boy, is this game decisive.
Isn't this the one that he has like the backpack with
yes,
like the hose?
He's got Flood.
Yes.
And originally during the development phases, Flood was a Flood was originally like a water tank that would get pushed around by like a side character. They streamlined that.
Yeah, I think that was for the better. I don't know how that would have worked.
No.
Throughout the game.
Sunshine had a weird development.
Yeah.
Because Miyamoto wasn't really directly involved with it. It was kind of like he was more of a producer role.
Oh wow.
But so Sunshine's whole Sunshine was like the first Mario game to have a real emphasis on story.
Yep.
And it also had voice acting. Hilariously bad voice acting.
Oh no!
Like Mario, Mario doesn't talk. I mean, because it's just Charles Martinet doing the typical like Mario stuff. But Bowser had a voice. It was like, Mario, why have you interrupted my family vacation? It's so bad. Like,
I love bad dubbing. I love it so much.
Oh, this is just Nintendo. Like Nintendo, struggled with like voice acting for years.
Yeah.
Which is why it took them forever to really get good voice acting.
Yep.
But so Mario Sunshine, I'll say, is a beautiful game. Like, it looks amazing, great levels, like it plays great. The problem is, so Mario 64, you 100% the game, get every star. unlock a cannon, you can get on the roof, and you find Yoshi, and he gives you like, I think he gives you like 99 lives, which are, you've already beat the game, and they're entirely useless, but it's kind of a fun little Easter egg. So Mario Sunshine. 100%ing Mario Sunshine is a chore.
Oh no.
Like, it is one of the most miserable,
Oh no.
like, experiences ever. Some of those levels, like, there's a pachinko machine that sucks. There's like these like tanukis that you have to like bribe with blue coins to get shipwrights. There's this one level, infamous level called the Chuckster level, where there's these like characters called Chucksters, and they pick Mario up and chuck him, and you have to like aim it specifically. Oh, and there's so many. There's this like Poison River level, this Sandbird. Mario Sunshine veterans understand. The thing is, though, 100%ing Mario Sunshine is like completely pointless. There's no reason to do it.
Yep.
Because all you get is a postcard.
That's it.
Yep. It's like a postcard, and it just says "Have a nice vacation."
That's so mean. They might as well just said "Go fuck yourself" on it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If you're playing Mario,
reward.
If you're playing Mario Sunshine, don't 100% it. Just get through it. You don't need to get every shine.
Nope, it's not worth it.
No, it's not. It's so, there's not even like achievements, so it's like, why bother?
Ugh, that's so mean. The least they could have done is like a little cutscene or something. Like
they could have, but why would they?
Maybe it could have been of him sending the postcard to someone. I don't know. Anything. Ugh. But they didn't have to, because they knew
that's also the game
someone would do it. Someone would.
That's also. It's also the game where Baby Bowser Jr. was introduced.
Oh no.
And he thinks Peach is his mom.
Oh, that's weird.
And one of my favorite jokes is the whole like where Peach is like, "I'm your mother," like all confused, and it's like I'm sitting here going, she had to think about that.
You don't. The implications.
Yeah, I get they didn't mean it that way, but it's like she pauses and has to think about it. It's like,
how
Nintendo.
couldn't they have thought of that? Well, maybe at the time there wasn't as much.
This is
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Though. Is it 34 or 60?
Rule 34.
It's the Rule 34. It's 64. It's Rule 64.
No. You're thinking of you got it confused with Rule 63, which is the gender bent rule.
Oh. No, I think I was getting confused because it was Mario 64.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then I was like...
There is a Rule 63, though, and it's basically just if it exists, there's a gender bent of it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Moving away from that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Far away! Far away!
Yeah, but Sunshine ends with, like, a cutscene of, like, Bowser and Bowser Jr. just sitting, and he's like, Junior, Peach isn't your mom. And it's like, I know, Dad. It's like, it's so dumb. Like,
you're adopted. That's basically what it should be.
Well, no, Bowser Jr. came from somewhere. We just will never know because this is Nintendo, and we don't need to know this.
Yeah,
it's not important.
I don't want to know this.
It's not important.
Maybe the fans, some people do, but I don't.
See, there's this magical website called fanfiction.net. That'll answer all your questions. And we're gonna move away from.
If you want it seen visually, you go on DeviantArt. No.
I have nothing against anyone on DeviantArt. So there is a lot of really talented artists on DeviantArt.
Yeah. No, I'm not making fun of anyone. It's just.
There's a lot of really talented writers on fanfiction.net.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
So after Sunshine, Sunshine is weird because it came out on the GameCube, which the GameCube is a weird console because it was the third place console of that generation, and not a lot of people owned it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like not a lot of people who played 64 played Sunshine. And Sunshine's always had this kind of weird rap within the Mario universe, like Mario fan base, which is a shame because it's a great game. Like, there's nothing wrong with Sunshine. I mean, nowadays it has a cult following, and it's like people are constantly clamoring for more Sunshine. Mm-hmm. But at the time, it was very mixed. The GameCube era was interesting because I swear every GameCube game that came out was like mixed initially. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, everyone loves it. But I don't know. So following the GameCube, we then get the Wii.
Whee!
And the whole time with the Wii, I'm sitting here wondering, what are they going to do for the next Mario game?
Yeah.
Because it's like, are we finally going to get a true 64 sequel?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we going to just get something experimental again? Because Nintendo has always been super experimental with Mario.
Yeah.
So eventually we get the first trailer for Super Mario Galaxy. And I'll never forget the launch trailer for Galaxy. Because it was at E3, and I always remember like them being like, finally, the true successor to Mario 64. And I'm just sitting there going, what happened to Sunshine? I'm like, damn, it's not even dead yet.
Yep.
But, yeah, so Galaxy was... Do you remember the trailers for Galaxy back in the day?
I think I remember some of them, but...
I just remember seeing them on TV all the time, and I always remember thinking, like... Because this is before we really realized how much weaker the Wii actually was. Mm-hmm. Compared to, like, the PS3 and 360.
Yep.
So, when I saw the Wii... When I saw Mario Galaxy, I thought it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Because it was, like... It was, like, super, like, high-detailed, like, graphics. Like, probably some of the best... I still think Galaxy is one of the best-looking Wii games.
Mm-hmm. No, it is a really pretty game. I pulled up some screenshots just to visualize as we talk.
But, I always remember, because Galaxy... The first time you play Galaxy, like... The whole gimmick with Galaxy is there's, like, an anti-gravity thing where, like, you jump between planets and stuff. You're flying through space. Mm-hmm. And it's got this really nice, like, fantastical theme and, like, a fully orchestrated soundtrack, like, right off the bat. Like, Mario Galaxy's soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yep.
And then the gameplay is really solid, even on the Wii. Because, I mean, they did incorporate motion control slightly. Because Mario has this, like, spin... You play the game with the nunchuck and the Wiimote. Mm-hmm. And it works really well. Like, it's one of the better uses of the nunchuck, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But, the way they incorporated the motion controls is, you flick the Wiimote to make Mario do his, like, spin attack.
Oh,
and
okay.
You can do kind of like the spin attack in the air.
Yep.
And it will kind of like, it'll like, pause you in the air slightly. And you can use that, and then there's also, you can use the Wii pointer to, like, grab, star bits, which are a kind of like a currency / like, collectible throughout the game. Mm-hmm. And, the whole gimmick with, like Sunshine and 64, you collect stars throughout the levels.
Yeah.
The thing with Sunshine, not Sunshine. The thing with Galaxy is, though, the levels are much more... They're not as big. They're more kind of linear. Like, you kind of have a place, like, where you can go. Mm-hmm. Like, from beginning to end. And there's like, only, like, 3 stars per level, generally.
Yeah.
It's a much more confined game.
Yeah.
But what makes Galaxy so interesting is its presentation, because it has, like, this really nice in-depth storyline.
Yep.
And it's not intrusive. It's completely in the background. And a lot of it you find out through, like, you have to go out of your way to, like, because there's, like, bonus stuff you can learn. And it's a really nice, like, kind of soundtrack, and the whole game has this epic feel. And it gets pretty hard towards the end with certain stages.
Oh, yeah.
But it's, like, from beginning to end, like, and it's fun. And the best part about Galaxy is it's actually worth a damn to get every star, because you get to play as Luigi after. And
that's cool.
Like, his own version of the game.
Yep.
And he has, like, slightly different gameplay.
Huh. Oh.
But, anyways, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Whee!
And we're back.
We're back.
Alright, so following Mario Galaxy's release,
Yep.
It was kind of like a big question. What is Nintendo going to do next? Because by this point, they kind of established one Mario game per system. The thing is, though, the Wii, PS3, 360 era went on a lot longer than any of the previous generations of consoles.
Yep.
Like, these things were around for a while.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a much longer gap.
Period. Because if you go back and look at like the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox era, it was surprisingly short. It's only like 5 years, I think. But anyway, so yeah, it was a lot longer of a console generation. So eventually, we get the reveal: Mario Galaxy 2. Another 3D game on the system, and it was like, okay, but then you start to learn in the background. Originally, this was supposed to be DLC.
Oh, really?
The thing is, originally it was supposed to be DLC called Super Mario More. No, Super Mario Galaxy More or something stupid like that.
That's a very dumb name. I'm glad they didn't do that.
Well, here's the thing though. They wanted to do it as DLC. The problem is the Wii was DLC challenged.
Ah.
Like, there's no way they could have done DLC on the Wii,
No.
the way that system was designed.
Yeah, it just
So-
would not have worked.
Instead, they just decided, let's do a sequel.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's a sequel, kind of.
Huh.
Basically, the way Mario Galaxy 1 ended was basically everything got rewritten and restarted.
Yep.
So Galaxy 2 is kind of like, it's Mario Galaxy again, but different.
Yeah.
And immediately, you can tell that it was very much a level-based sequel because the story is completely pushed to the background.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
but that's like, I kind of find that's acceptable with Mario games. Like, especially...
Yeah, but Galaxy, I think, did it really well.
Oh, yeah, true.
And it felt like Galaxy 2 was kind of like, eh.
Well, it felt like it was we need another 3D game. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, then I think, from what I've read, Miyamoto actually didn't like how much story was in Galaxy 1.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, which is barely any, but it's Miyamoto.
Too much.
Miyamoto's weird about certain... The guy's a genius, but he's really weird about certain things.
Well, I guess, like, from some perspectives, like, you're playing a game with, like, a guy who's a plumber who goes to a world where there's a princess and a weird turtle creature, and does it really need that complicated It's not like, at least it's not like Sonic, where they just try and make it super complicated and stupid.
Fair.
I'd much rather prefer, like, lack of story in a good game than what the hell is this story and what the hell is this game?
True. But I will say, Mario games can have amazing stories because you look at the Paper Mario, Mario RPG, and Mario and Luigi series.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Like,
Especially
Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is a phenomenal story.
Oh yeah. No, and I remember too Super Paper Mario on the Wii. That story was awesome.
Oh yeah. I might have done a podcast with a friend of mine on Instagram where we talked about Mario and Luigi. You may want to check it out. Just saying.
Yeah.
But anyways,
definitely check it out there.
Shameless plug. But anyways, so so Mario Galaxy 2, kind of a so it's very much a gameplay based sequel, and I will say from a level design standpoint, I think Mario Galaxy 2 has better levels than Mario Galaxy 1. I think Mario Galaxy 1 overall was a better experience.
Yeah.
But Galaxy 2 as just a game is really fun.
Yeah.
Because there's like levels for everything, like so much variety. They remake a couple Mario 64 levels at one point, like
that's fun.
In the Galaxy 2 engine.
Yep.
It's just a really solid, like, continuation of that style of game.
Yeah.
But, so the Wii was basically like Mario stacked. Like, we had two phenomenal 3D platformers.
Yep.
There was also, like, additional, like, there was side-scrolling Mario and stuff.
Yeah.
And the whole question from here was, what is the next 3D Mario game going to be?
Yeah.
Because by this point, they've mastered the whole 3D open-ended collectathon style.
Yep.
So what are they going to do next? How are they going to push this to the next level? Well, here's the thing. They didn't.
They didn't. On the Wii U, they didn't have a 3D Mario game?
Getting a little ahead.
Oh, okay.
The 3DS.
Ah.
Super Mario 3D Land.
Mm-hmm.
So, Super Mario 3D Land. one of the most forgotten Mario games in the last couple of years.
Oh, really?
For reasons we'll get to, but basically, for all intents and purposes, Super Mario 3D Land.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine classic 2D Mario.
Oh, I remember this game now.
Yeah. Basically, imagine classic 2D Mario if it was in 3D. Like, you end with
cool.
levels are linear, you end at a flagpole.
Yep.
It's designed you go left from right. There's not a lot of open world. It's more kind of exploration based, like small bursts.
Yep.
But it's incredibly well made and incredibly fun to play. The reason I say it's super forgotten these days is because the Nintendo Wii U, a completely forgotten system,
Yep.
had a successor called Super Mario 3D World.
Oh, yep.
Which was basically the same thing, but in HD with 4-player co-op. And bigger
yep.
and better in every way. So Mario 3D World, great game. Like, phenomenal game. Like, in every way possible. The thing about 3D World is, A, it's on the Wii U, which was immediately probably a reason why it didn't take off quite as well as it could have. Thankfully, it got a Switch port recently, which is great in its own right. And the multiplayer, I'll admit, is chaos. Like, we honestly need to do, like, 4-player of that at some point.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's insane how chaotic it gets.
Yep.
The thing is, though, as much as I like 3D World, I'd been curious about what an HD Mario would look like for years. And as much as I like 3D World, that's not exactly what I had in mind.
Yeah,
because
you were kind of expecting like a Galaxy or a Sunshine.
A Mario 64. I wanted to see an HD Mario 64, basically.
Yeah.
So, the Wii U, unfortunately, fails, like, miserably fails, as sad as it is. And Nintendo reveals the Switch, which is one of the most... Nintendo finally, no more bullshit.
Nope.
It's a console with a gimmick that works, and they finally get it right.
Yeah.
And of course, my immediate thought is, okay, what's the Mario game going to be this time? Because immediately I thought, okay, they're just going to port over all the Wii U stuff, which they were. Ironically, though, they didn't get 3D World out for a while.
Yep.
But no, the first thing that they show off is a 3D Mario game.
Yep.
And it looks amazing.
And it is amazing.
At the time, we didn't really know much about it until eventually they unveil Super Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
Now, you obviously didn't play a lot of Mario back in the day.
Nope.
But you played the hell out of Odyssey.
I did. I think Mario Odyssey was actually the first game I played on my Switch, because at the time Animal Crossing was not a thing.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you had gotten that as because your version's European for some reason.
Yeah, I have a European version of Mario Odyssey. I've found no difference.
No, it's the same. It's the same game. It's just it's the PAL version.
It's just the PAL version for some reason. But it was that was the first 3D Mario game I actually played. And it was the first Switch game I played, and I have to say, 10 out of 10. It's an amazing game.
I've said I made when Mario Odyssey first came out, I did a Instagram post about it. And I just all I did was I took a picture of Mario Odyssey, the game, and I just said, it's very rare that you find a perfect game.
Yeah.
This is one of them. In my opinion, Mario Odyssey is perfection.
Oh yeah.
It is about as good as a game can get.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to the first experience playing Mario Odyssey. That first stage, which is the cloudy black and white area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just like 64.
Yeah.
Open-ended. You're basically just go have fun. But then you start to realize these levels are huge.
Yes.
And the graphic, I'm like, this is everything I wanted in an HD Mario.
Yep.
And you get the Mario Odyssey's gimmick is Cappy.
Yeah, your hat.
Is a living. Basically, it's Mario's cap living.
Yep.
And his whole gimmick is you throw him and you can use him to hit items. You can use him as like a platform.
Yep.
Temporarily, but his
main gimmick
We'll get into that once it becomes real. Oh, actually, no, it is relevant in that first level.
Yeah.
His main gimmick is you can basically take control of.
You can possess things.
You can possess, and you can be a Goomba.
Yes!
You can be a Goomba. It's amazing.
You are the Goomba.
But what gets even better is like there's like certain gimmicks and levels where like there's like a female Goomba, so you have to take control of a Goomba to like seduce the female Goomba to get it to follow you. It's so random.
And then I think you can also isn't there the episode of the level of like a dinosaur, and you can possess the dinosaur.
That's
and
the first
the
main
tiny hat on his head.
So that's the first main. I actually want to talk about this. So that's the first main level, and the first main level because the shadow cloudy area, that's like the tutorial.
Yeah, that's your introduction level.
Yep. After you finish that, you get sent to the first real level.
Yep.
Where you unlock your spaceship, which is basically how you get from area to area on Mario's Odyssey.
Yep.
Didn't it? But so this first level. It's super grassy. It's like the typical grassy green, but it's so beautifully detailed.
Yeah.
Just looking at everything. The whole grass trope for Mario is so overplayed. Mm-hmm. But Odyssey for some reason I wasn't bothered.
No.
Because I was marveling just how big the world was. And so in Mario Odyssey, the gimmick is you have to collect moons, which are basically the stars for this game.
Yep.
And there's a select amount of them, around. And, so as you're going through, you got to, solve puzzles by collecting, you can possess enemies to solve puzzles to find all the moons. And these levels are, super exploration-based, because there's also purple coins that you want to collect.
Yep.
And the reason you want to collect all the purple coins is you can go to the shop to buy items.
Yep.
You can buy decorations for your spaceship. You can buy new clothes for Mario. You can change Mario's clothes. You can play Sombrero Mario is the best. Is peak how to. You can play the game with a sombrero. It's the greatest thing ever. But so at one point throughout the first stage, you find a fucking T-Rex. Not a Yoshi. A straight up T-Rex.
Yeah, it's just a T-Rex.
It clashes with the entire world.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of one of the things that I really like about Odyssey is just how
Odyssey has a lot of moments that clash. It is
but it works so well. There's a whole level where nothing seems like a Mario.
We'll get there in a minute because I want to talk about that. But the clash immediately. And at first I'm like, there's a fucking T-Rex running around. What do I do?
Yeah.
So then I in instinct, I threw Cappy at it.
Yeah.
And then you possess it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I am the T-Rex.
But the best part is if you scroll the camera around,
yep.
Cappy's little hat is on the T-Rex and he has a mustache.
Yeah.
It is great. I'm like, what? I'm like, Nintendo finally lost it. I'm like, Nintendo has just gone off the rails.
They lost it and they just had a great time.
But so then eventually after that little excursion, I'm like, okay, this game is, how is this game going to get more nuts?
Yep.
So then there's sections where you go through pipes, and then you'll be 2D Mario on a background mural.
Yep.
And you'll be able to collect moons and coins in the background of certain stages, and it's the exploration in this game is nuts. There is so much to see, and so when I was playing, we played the game very differently from each other. We just powered through it.
Yeah.
I was so in love with this game's design that I would not move on from a stage until I got everything I physically could.
Yep.
Every moon and every coin that was physically at the time possible to get. Because I just liked playing it, and I was like, I want to see all of this.
Yeah.
So then eventually we get to the second level, which is predictably the desert level. But you know what? The desert is massive.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
And I wasn't even bothered by the fact that it was the traditional Mario desert level.
Yep.
So I'm like, like the desert is so massive,
Mm-hmm.
but then so you start out by this like town, and it's like, okay, so you platform around the town, and then it's like you just see like the open desert. It's like, oh,
Yeah. Where do I go?
There's no direction where to go.
Nope.
So you're basically just exploring around, and then you find this like lion guy who you can like run through the stage with.
Yep.
And then my first like real like surreal moment in that stage is you see a random taxi driver
Yes.
with a guy in a business suit just standing there, and you're like, huh?
Who the hell is this guy?
And he's important later on.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's like you're playing around, and then there's like this massive pyramid out in the back that you can go in and explore.
Yep.
It's crazy, like just
Oh, yeah.
how big the levels were. It's like an open world Mario game.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not going to give a full play-by-play of every level, but of course there's like the next level was like a jungle level, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to talk about the jungle level for one reason though. So when I was 100%ing the jungle level,
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point where it's like, I can't find any more purple coins. I can't find any more moons. Where are they?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm searching the level, and there's one point where I stumbled and fell off the stage
Yep.
into the abyss.
Yep.
And then I ended up in this underground area. And I was like, oh, there's more level down here.
Here. What?
Oh, and that was actually one of my first jump scares in the game, because while you're down there, there's a T-Rex just wandering around. So I'm just walking around, all of a sudden T-Rex out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, hello.
Panic. Panic.
It was unexpected. I was like, oh, T-Rex, hi. But, yeah, so, like, going through the levels, and then we eventually get to quite possibly the most interesting level in the game. New Donk City.
Oh yeah. Best level. My favorite level. Ugh.
So I won't say it's the best level, because they're all so good.
Yes.
But, New Donk City is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because it's so out of the ordinary. Like, it doesn't feel like a Mario level, but at the
No.
same time, it works.
Oh yeah.
Because you're parkouring up buildings, and like you can grab a scooter and go scootering around the city.
Yep.
Gotta help. They brought Pauline back from like Donkey Kong, like, and she's the mayor now.
Yep.
But what's funny about Pauline is she's the mayor of the city, but even she doesn't fit in with like all these like the weird human characters, and it's crazy. Like, but the level is so fun, and then it has one of my favorite moments is the karaoke, the sing along after you finish.
That's what I was
where
thinking.
it's like this side scrolling platforming section where you just kind of go along to like Pauline singing in the background, like, because one of the missions is you got to get the band back together.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a good.
And
I'm like I'm at a loss for words for how good Mario Odyssey is sometimes.
And like this is a good time to point out the music in Mario Odyssey is wonderful.
Oh yeah,
it has such a good soundtrack. Like it's like I never wanted to like. There's some games where you just want to mute the music or turn the volume down, but I never had the volume down when I was playing Odyssey because the music was just so awesome, and they worked with every level. The music just worked so well.
Oh yeah, and you're just bopping around to it, and you're like, this is fun. Like,
yeah,
it's such a good game.
Yeah.
And then, like another level that's really fun is the snow level, and this is one of my favorite. Like, so the whole the possessing mechanic gets really interesting at times, because in this level, there's a like a race mini game that you have to do.
Yup.
So you have to possess one of the contestants to get in the race. And the funny part is the contestant that you possess, he's super nervous and he doesn't want to do it. So you possess him, and then you win the race. And you talk to him after, and he's like, I won? He's like, how did I do that? And it's like, it's so charming. Like, everything about the game is so freaking...
Bill, want to hear something funny?
Okay.
I sucked at the racing, so I struggled so hard during that level.
Oh, it took me a couple tries.
It was the main part. I think I might have had you do it. I think that's how I did it. I think I made you do it for me because I was trying so hard and I just sucked at it. I could not figure it out. I'm like pretty certain that you played it for me.
I might have. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I know I didn't. I know I didn't.
Well, it's all right. Nothing is worse than the jump rope mission.
Oh, Jump rope.
There's a mission in New Donk City where you have to jump rope.
Yep.
The first one isn't so bad. It's the second one where you have to get like 99 in a row.
Yep.
It's like
I didn't do
fuck
that.
Fuck that.
Yep.
But oh man, what's another like great like moment from Odyssey? Like all the bosses are great. Oh, do you remember the jammin' like flying guy that you can possess in every level?
The jammin' flying guy?
It's like this like pterodactyl guy that you'll like find in like certain levels, and you possess him. You can kind of like glide and fly around the levels.
Maybe I didn't know I could do that.
Oh well. The only reason I always remember him is because he's always like bopping like to the music, like jamming like up there, and when you possess him,
it's like the guy who's on a cloud, right?
No, it's not him.
Okay.
It's like literally like this like pterodactyl dude that's like in like certain levels that you can possess. You need to possess him to get certain like moons.
Well, I didn't
You might
get
not
those
have gone.
moons. I didn't get those moons.
Oh man. But the thing is with this game though is if you do it like the way I play,
Yep.
it takes forever because you spend so much time like finding every little like you need a guide sometimes to find every little
Oh yeah, I bet.
nook and cranny in this game.
They hid things very well in that game. Oh my god. I'm
What?
looking. One of my favorite things that you could possess was like the little fireball. Because the little fire Mario with the hat and mustache is just so cute. It's so adorable.
I just love I loved like collecting.
Oh yeah, that was the food level. That was in the food level where you had to there was like a big old chicken. You had to fight a big old like bird. And it had wonky eyes. It was the bird chef. It was Bird Chef.
Yes.
I remember that.
Man. Even the water level was fun, and usually water levels suck.
Oh yeah, the water level was pretty fun because you could possess the little the fishies. What are the fishies
Yeah, you
called?
could the cheeps.
Yep, you could possess the little cheep.
Oh, it was like, you know what my favorite thing is? It was so niche, but at the same time, I loved. In between, like whenever you go between worlds, you and like Cappy have like the little chats in the ship, just like about like where are we going this time? And he's like reading his like little tour manual, guide. And then another thing that I love is the store where you can buy like items. You can buy bumper stickers for your ship. So you have a big bumper sticker on the side of your ship for every area in the game, and it's so endearing. Like it's like that's fun. Like
there's definitely so much charm. There's so much charm.
And you can collect little. You collect little souvenirs like throughout each throughout for each level. So inside the ship, there's like little souvenirs everywhere, and the clothes are great because there's so many options.
Oh,
I love
look at my picture.
I love playing. I love my favorite go-to outfit for Mario is it's the doctor costume with the captain's hat. Mm-hmm. It's like Mario's ready to go.
Aww.
And if you have amiibos, you can unlock specific costumes based on amiibos.
Oh, that's cool.
I think actually amiibos can help you. You can use amiibos to also find certain items like throughout the game. There's a lot of stuff going on. Mm. Like I still don't think I found everything yet.
No,
like,
I definitely didn't.
I need to sit down and start playing it again because I really want to I want 100% Mario Odyssey at some point.
Yeah. I really need to sit down too because it's such a good game. I gotta play it again. It is.
And honestly, I'm wondering what's the next 3D Mario game gonna be.
I also want to play. Oh, sorry. You can go.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like how are they gonna top perfection?
Yes. I don't know.
It's kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like how are they? Excuse me. How are they gonna top that?
Aren't they making like a sequel to it?
They are, and that's why I'm curious. How are they going to top it?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
and is it like a prequel? Actually, like the sequel is a prequel.
The Zelda timelines are confusing.
Oh yeah, no, we don't talk about that. I was gonna say when I play Mario Odyssey again, I kind of want to restart it, and I want to play it again. But I always played it when I was playing it. I always played it handheld because I didn't really ever hook it up to my TV to play it. And
it looks so good.
I definitely want to play it on like my big TV. But I also, before I do that, I gotta invest in a
Pro controller.
Pro controller. I just gotta do it.
You need the Pro controller.
Yeah, or at least like a controller, separate. Because I don't like using like the dog face one that much.
The standard pack-in like Joy-Con controller.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I gotta get a controller. I gotta do it. It's gonna happen.
I'm super curious about the next 3D Mario game whenever that gets announced, because it's like
I don't know. I kind of feel like Nintendo might be a little worried. Like they're like, we might have overdid it. We might have been too good, and we don't know how we'll be able to top it. But at the time, Galaxy was probably the same, considered the same.
Well, yeah, I didn't think Galaxy was ever going to be topped, and they topped Galaxy.
So,
I mean, for all I know, they're probably going to like try something experimental again and go a completely different direction, which I'm fine with, because that's...
Yeah.
It's Nintendo. If they're not innovating, they're not trying.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's not like Sega, who are throw the kitchen sink at it and see what sticks.
Or give Shadow a gun. At least you'll know, Mario.
That was the best part of that damn game.
Okay, that damn game.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's it. Next Mario game. Mario says fuck.
No. Mario first person shooter. I would play the shit out of that.
What are you shooting at?
Toads. Toads. Oh.
I feel like that already exists. Someone already made that.
I'm sure there's a fan. I'm sure there's a fan game, but
I am like.
I would play a Mario first person shooter.
Oh, maybe we could do that as a podcast of fan games.
Maybe at some point talk about them, because there's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of shit.
I mean, there was. I mean, Nintendo. I'm surprised they didn't announce anything during the 35th anniversary of Mario.
Huh.
Because Mario just turned 35 recently.
Wow. And didn't Sonic turn 25?
No, Sonic's 30.
Oh. Sonic's 30. Oh. Wow.
Yeah. But, no, they did a whole celebration for Mario's 35th anniversary because they released that 3D All-Star collection.
Oh, yeah!
That you can't get anymore.
Oh, womp womp.
Because Nintendo, I don't get their whole... I don't get what they were trying to do there. But, I mean, you can still find copies of it out in the wild. I mean, I still see them at Walmart, so...
Yeah, so get them before you can't. Or before you have to buy them for $100 on eBay.
Oh, that's already there. If you look,
hey!
if you're...
Don't do that!
She's yelling at her cat.
She's about to jump on my shelves. My brand new shelves. Alright, good girl. Sorry. They're glass.
Oh, boy. Glass.
Well, I anchored them to the wall. I was fancy. I anchored them to the wall and everything because I don't trust that creature to not knock them over. But she hasn't jumped on them yet, but I know she will someday. Anyways, sorry for distracting you.
No, it's alright. I hope for the next Mario game, though, they keep the open world approach.
Yeah.
And they just build off of that.
Yeah. But then do something else that's funky.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to bring Cappy back, even though I wish they do, because Cappy is such a great addition. But
yeah, Capuso. But I'm sure they'll do something fun.
They do.
Sappy.
I mean,
and he's just really sad and sappy.
I'd honestly like... I don't know. I'm happy with what they they've been. Nintendo's been pretty good with most things recently.
Yeah, I feel like you can trust Nintendo for the most part.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like with Mario you can trust them for the most part. It's not like Sonic where good luck. Like you have more faith in Mario.
If anything, when you get a Mario game, you know it's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Whether it's amazing or not is up for debate, but
there won't be a werehog. There won't be. There won't be guns. There won't be aliens.
Well, I mean,
Well, there won't be
Yeah,
aliens that are your father.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I'm like Galaxy Alex. I mean,
There won't be. What's it called? What's it called when you kiss dead people?
let's move away from this. You know, this is unreal. We're going on a tangent now, but I saw a post where somebody posted a picture of O6 and Forces next to each other,
Yep.
and someone commented, "So which one is worse?" And in the comments, I was reading the comments, and I was like, "Oh my god, people!"
Why?
Oh, there was like people commenting down below, like, "Well, O6 has a better story," and I'm just looking at them like, "What?"
What? Necrophilia is a better story.
Well, no, their comment was, O6 has a better story other than the kissing scene, but I'm like, no, it doesn't. Its story is a fucking disaster.
It's
Like-
shit.
We're talking about Sonic and the Mario podcast. They overlap though, but I mean, that
We
post
can't
like
get over Sonic.
that post. I saw that post today and it broke my brain because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the comments were so infuriating because all these people are like, I'm convinced. A Forces has a lot of haters for no reason, but also like there's like Sonic 06 apologists now
Yeah.
who think it's not that bad, and I'm like sitting there, they're like,
No,
oh,
it is bad. It is
they're like,
bad.
if it wasn't I always see the comment like, if it wasn't glitchy, it would be a good game. I'm like, no, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
That
It's
game has
not
a
good.
lot of issue. Like the only thing good about 06 is the music and some of the level designs.
Yeah. Other than that, like, the story sucks.
There's a lot more wrong with 06 than the glitches.
Yes, there's.
Oh, that comment section literally broke my brain.
Well, at least if you're playing a Mario game, you don't gotta worry about that for the most part. I hope.
Thank God.
Yes.
Even the CDI Mario game isn't a hunk of crap. Yeah, I get people like to make fun of it because of the cutscenes, but for what it is, it's not the worst thing you'll ever play in the world.
It could be worse.
Ugh.
Could be worse.
Rant over.
It could be Sonic.
I needed to get that off my chest because I saw that today and I was like, it broke my brain.
Yeah, you needed to let it out. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you. Oh God, she's doing zoomies.
But anyways, Mario Odyssey is phenomenal,
Yes.
and I can't wait for the next Mario game, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Unless
I
it's
mean,
an Olympic Games game, then I can wait.
I don't know if they're doing those anymore.
I didn't they make one?
Not recently. They made one on the Wii U.
Well, it
The
got
last
delayed because the Olympics got delayed.
I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised.
Olympics. That's happening.
I don't care about the Olympics. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Nothing against it. I just
they're in Japan, Bill. Japan.
I mean, they played Final Fantasy music during it.
Did they really?
Yeah, they played Final Fantasy like Tales series music. Like I saw a list of like all the music they were playing, like Ace Combat.
Did they play One Piece music?
It was just video game music I saw. They might have.
Fuck
I mean,
that,
probably.
then. No, I'm just kidding.
They might have. I just saw the video game music in specific, but
I
they.
need to look this up now.
There was one point where they played the Final Fantasy like victory music, and I was like, "What?" As someone who doesn't care about the Olympics that much, I saw that and I actually kind of cared for a minute. I was like, "Whoa!"
Japan.
But yeah, yeah. So we've gone completely off the rails now, but
Oh yeah, but when don't we go off the rails? Oh, I'm trying
you know,
to see.
I thought we did pretty good with Persona, and we did pretty good with the Sonic game ones.
You know, I will. Yeah, I think it was all video game. It was all video game music. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty awesome.
No, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cool.
Yep. Well, anyways, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here because we've lost
Yes.
the plot, as they
Yes.
say.
Well, let us know if you enjoyed show and tell. No.
Yeah.
Even though it's a podcast and you can't see anything.
Even
But-
if they don't, we're still gonna do it because that's what we do.
Yeah,
But-
that's what we do. We're chaotic, but maybe I don't know. Show and tell. We'll film this maybe some days if we actually get views.
Oh boy. Well,
No.
Okay,
Sorry,
before she explodes over
I'm
there.
Sorry.
Don't. Okay, well, the Gaming and Collecting Podcast is made on Anchor Podcasts, and you can easily find us on all your major podcasting platforms, specifically Apple Podcast and Spotify Podcasts. And once again, guys, thanks for joining us as we discuss the games that shaped us.
Woo!
We will see you guys. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Stop.